I'd like to share with you some of the tools that I use in my studio to make my creation of artwork a little easier. Now with Illustrator, you can create vector artwork with a mouse, a regular old mouse. But it is easier to use something like an Intuos stylus that you'll see from a company called Wacom. Now, as far as I know, this is probably the most widely used brand of this kind of device. And I have, I believe, this one here, or that one, I'm not sure, based on this picture. But I have the Intuos 4, and what this does is it's a drawing surface that you use with this stylus or pen. And it mimics how you would draw in real life. It's very comfortable. It's really great for people who have repetitive stress injury in their wrist. And since I've been using this, I have pretty much thrown away all the braces I used to use on my wrist when I used to draw. And that's how often I was on the computer, actually, to the point where it was painful. So I use this for everything, for drawing, for writing, for everything. So once again, go to Wacom.com, check it out. Now these are a little pricey, but if you want to get another version, they have one called the Bamboo. So let me go to products here, and let me show you this one, if I can find it. Here it is, the Bamboo line. It's the same thing as the Intuos line, but it's a little less expensive. It's about $99, I believe they start at. And you can check out the video here, so check out the Bamboo. Another thing I like to use when I want to switch it up from using a stylus is a trackball mouse. So let me just see if I can find trackball. I have a Kensington trackball, and this is the one I use here, the Expert mouse. Alright, so sometimes when I'm playing video games or when I want to just do some 3D applications and I don't feel like using the stylus, which is rare by the way, I switch to the trackball. The way a trackball works is you don't move the mouse. Instead, you use your fingers to move the ball around, which in turn moves the cursor around. So it's a nice way to stay stationary and have control. Now this is a new thing that I'm going to be talking about for the first time because, well, these guys just came out. And I have found the iPad pretty indispensable in my current workflow. There are drawing applications available on the iPad, which is from Apple, if you haven't heard of it. And that's pretty hard to imagine, I would believe. But there are drawing applications that allow you to sketch, to paint, and there are some vector art applications that I have not yet tried. But I do draw sketches, I do paint, and I bring those sketches right into Illustrator. And what I can simply do is I can email them to myself or whatever from the iPad. So once again, this is a brand new tool that I'm going to introduce to people as an option for the creation of artwork. And as you can see from using Illustrator, a lot of the times you're going to be tracing over a sketch that you create. So you can create your sketches digitally, using Photoshop, using something like an iPad, or you can do it the old-fashioned way, which is what I actually do more than anything. I'm still one of those old holdouts and like to draw my sketches on drawing paper. It's just the way I've been trained. So what I do is I draw by hand and I use a scanner. And the scanner that I have is from Canon. It's called, let's see what I have there, the CanoScan. And it was not that expensive, like $99 or something like that. So the beautiful thing is these things don't cost much money. The point of a scanner, of course, is to take your traditionally created artwork, such as sketches on paper, and you can take that and scan it into something like Photoshop, clean it up, then bring it into Illustrator to trace over. So once again, you might want to check out a digital drawing tablet with a stylus. You might want to use a regular mouse, trackball or otherwise. You might want to use new devices like the iPad and even the iPhone to draw, because there are applications for both for the creation of artwork. And last but not least, the good old traditional way of working, where you scan your artwork that you draw on paper. And another little quick trick I want to talk to you guys about. I'm going to head back to the Apple website to show you that if you have a phone that has a camera on it, and you have the ability to then email those images to yourself, a little trick you might want to try is this. Draw your artwork on paper, or find one of your favorite sketchbooks, use your digital camera, take pictures of those sketches one at a time, and email them to yourself. Then open your email, drag your images to your desktop, bring those into Illustrator, and there you go, another workflow. As we head further and further into the digital age, we have to think more digitally as artists. We have to think of new ways to get our artwork into the computer so that we can manipulate it in Illustrator, Photoshop, and other applications.